I'm Marlon Delatorre. I'm the Director of Evangelization Catechesis for Catholic Diocese of Fort Worth, and welcome to our new series called Faith and Reason, where we're going to discuss topics of the Catholic faith. For our first installment, we're going to talk about the Mass. Christ instituted the Mass for remembrance and commemoration of his redeeming work on the cross. And so we go to Mass to really celebrate not only his sacrifice in his life and death, but also to recall what he did for us, not only on the cross, but through the church and why he established the church in order for us to go and celebrate the beauty and the mystery of who he is. The altar is the altar of sacrifice. It's the altar of remembrance. And so for the priest acting in the person of Christ, he gives significance to the altar itself for what it is as a sacrifice, but also as a tomb that represents Christ on the cross, but also his death and his resurrection. Hence the kiss on the altar. The premise of those postures is really to put focus on the sacrifice of the Mass. So when we kneel, we're giving glory and honor to our Lord. When we genuflect, we're actually assisting and assenting to the presence of Christ in the tabernacle and on the altar as well. And so when we make the sign of the cross, we're recognizing that we as Christians are coming into our Lord's table to celebrate and commemorate the sacrifice of the Mass. Standing is a posture that was implemented in the early church before kneeling. It was a proper reverence performed, taken back from the time of St. Justin Martyr in 158 AD, as a way of recognizing the presence of Christ at the sacrifice. Really, it began with, if you go back to Old Testament times, we see the whole issue of the sacrifice or altar with Abram and Melchizedek in Genesis 14, and then we see that commemoration as well in Exodus with Moses and the high altar and the commemoration of the Holy of Holies, culminating with our Lord at the upper room in the celebration of the Last Supper, which we would find in Matthew 26. Because the priest acts in the person of Christ, it's important that when he handles the elements of bread and wine, he purifies his hands, which is part of the old Jewish ritual of purification in preparation for the holy sacrifice or entering the Holy of Holies. So it's a sign of cleansing and of purification prior to handling the elements of the Mass. Thank you for watching Faith and Reason. If you'd like more resources, please check out the Catechesis webpage on the Diocese of Fort Worth, and stay tuned for next month's episode.